Hello everyone, welcome back to Chandu Digital Class. In this video, we are dealing with the lesson reading the journey from third unit in 10th class. The journey is an excellent piece of work written by Eshi Dorji Tongsi. He was a prominent Assami writer and it is translated into English by D.P. Nath. Let's move on about the author. Eshi Dorji Tongsi, born in May 1952, is a prominent name in Assami literature. Though he grew up in poverty, he studied well and entered Arunachal Pradesh Civil Service and was later elevated to the Indian Administrative Service. He writes fiction, drama, and essays in Assami and English. He has received a national recognition for his novel Maunahand Makar Hriday, which won the Sahitya Akademi in 2005. Dorjit Tongsi was born in May 1952. He is a prominent in Assami literature. Here, prominent means important and famous. Tongsi was a prominent poet because he wrote many novels. He grew up in poverty and studied well and entered Arunachal Pradesh Civil Service. What is civil service? The government departments that manage affairs of the country. He started working civil servant at first and then later elevated to the Indian Administrative Service. He writes fiction. Fiction means here imagine. He wrote fiction stories, dramas, and essays in Assami and English. Eshi has received a national recognition with his novel Mauna and Mukar Hriday. Mauna and Mukar Hriday means silent lips and murmuring hearts. This novel which won him the Sahitya Akademi Award in 2005. Now let's move on the lesson. After spending a leisurely Sunday at home, the very thought of returning to work on Monday is tiring. Lethargy creeps in if the holiday continues over an extended period. That is how I felt when I was preparing to return to my place of work after spending 6 months at home. The fact that I was to leave behind my newly wed wife and to go a far off place did not help either. Obviously, I did not want to go. However, I finally did decide to go. I did not have much to carry by way of luggage, just a trunk. Ours is a hilly terrain without any motorable roads, and there is no certainty that we are ever going to have any roads. In any case, while coming home, we do not carry bedding. Besides, I had come home this time round for a special purpose to get married. My parents had arranged my marriage according to the customs of our tribal society. Time flew, and 5 months into my marriage, I realized it. Initially, I thought of extending my leave, even taking unpaid leave. But after some dilly dallying, I finally decided against it because marriage had increased my responsibilities and I had to go into debt. When we spend a leisurely Sunday at home, we do not feel like going back to workplace on Monday. Here, leisurely word means relax, done without any hurry. The very thought of returning to work on Monday. Very means actual. The actual thought of returning to work on Monday is tiring. Lethargy creeps in. Lethargy means a feeling of not wanting to do anything. Lethargy synonym is lazy. Lazy creeps in. What is the meaning of creeps in? It is a phrasal verb which means begin. Laziness begins if the holiday continues over the extended period. That is how I felt when I was preparing to return to my place of work. After spending 6 months at home, the narrator spent 6 months at home and now he had to go back to his workplace. Leaving his a newly wed wife and go to a far off place did not help either. This fact did not help him either. Obviously, I did not want to go. Here, obviously means clearly. However, I finally did decide to go. Here, the narrator used did decide to go to put some force. It is an emphatic pronoun. I did not have much to carry by way of luggage. By way of means by way of means by means of. He did not have much luggage, just a trunk. And he also says that his area is a hilly terrain. Terrain means land without any motorable roads. That means roads where motor vehicle cannot go. And he also says that there is no clarity or there is no possibility and having no motorable roads. In any case, while coming home, we do not carry bedding. What is the meaning of bedding? Bedding means bed covers. Besides, I had come home this time round for a special purpose. Here, besides means in addition to. The author came home another reason, that is to get married. The author came here to get married and he got married. The marriage happened according to the customs of their tribal society. Custom means here cultures or tradition. Now 5 months happened after the marriage. Total 6 months after he came back home. He realized it. I really thought of extending my leave. Extending means here continue longer. He wanted to continue his leave longer, even taking unpaid. Here, unpaid means not paid. So he wanted to take unpaid leaves. But after dilly dallying means taking a long time. The narrator took a long time to decide it. I finally decided against it. What did the author decide against it? It means taking unpaid. Finally, the narrator decided to go back to work because his marriage had increased his responsibility and he had got into debt. Debt means the amount of money owed to somebody. Now, let's move on the next paragraphs. On my way home from the bus stop, my trunk had been carried by a porter. The problem now was we could not find anyone who could help me carry the trunk to the bus stop. At another time of the year, we would have easily found someone to help me, but now most of the villagers were busy in the fields. Nobody had time to spare for me. In fact, carrying the trunk should not have been such a worry for me, except that my education had made me shun physical labor. After all, I was a government officer, and the idea of people seeing me carry my own luggage was not at all amusing. Otherwise, for a young man like me, it should not have been an issue to carry a 20-kilo chest stuff on my back. In this paragraph, the narrator says that his trunk had been carried by a porter while he was coming home. This time, there was a problem that when he was going back to work his place, he could not find anyone because he knew that all the village people were busy in the fields. Nobody had time to spare for him. Spare means spare means spend. He also knew that it was not a big deal carrying that 20 kilos chest. But the problem that his education made him shun physical labor. Here, shun means avoid. Why do you think the author avoided physical labor? Because of his education. Because of the pride he got through his education, he stopped doing physical labor. After all, I was a government officer. So he was a government officer. Here, how he can use after all. This after all is used when you want to avoid you want to add other information. He said that his education was a reason behind avoiding his physical labor, and he also wanted to add another reason. The another reason was that he also was a government officer, and he thought that if he carried the luggage, all the people would laugh at him. But he knew that it was not a difficult thing to carry 20 kilos chest on his back. Here, it is not a problem. Let's move on the next paragraph. Finally, my father came up with a solution. Don't worry, I myself will see you off at Dirang. In this paragraph, finally his father came up with a solution. Here, came up with means it is a phrasal verb, which means think of an idea. His father thought of an idea with a solution to his son. The solution is he himself would see him off at Dirang. Here, see off. See off means it is also a phrasal verb. See off means to go to an airport or railway station, etc., to say goodbye to someone. Here, the author's father wanted to go to the bus stop along with his son to carry the trunk. Now, let's move on the next paragraph. I protested. How could I allow my old father to carry my trunk? What would people think? What would they say? But I failed to dissuade him. It was decided that father would carry the chest. In this paragraph, I protested. That means the narrator disagreed. Protested means here disagreed. Okay, the narrator did not agree the proposal made by his father because he did not want his father to carry his trunk. He was also worried about what others and villagers would think of him. He tried to convince his father but failed to dissuade him. Here, dissuade means to convince somebody not to do something. It is the opposite word of persuade. The narrator tried to convince his father not to do that, but his attempt was failure. Finally, the father had decided to carry the chest. Here, chest means trunk. Now, let's move on the last paragraph. A large crowd gathered at our place the day I was to leave. People had come to wish me luck. It was 10:20 when I left for Dirang. My father had already left. As I had to do a bit of catching up, I walked fast. 3 kilometers down the road, I caught up with my father. Father said, you are late. Would you like to rest for some time? Here, a large crowd gathered at our place. So the day a large crowd gathered at their place, the day he was to leave, some villagers came to the place to wish him good luck because the narrator was going to his workplace. When the narrator left for Dirang, it was 10:20. His father had already left. Here, leave for. Leave for means start or go to. The narrator left for Dirang. As the narrator to do a bit of catching up with his father, he walked fast. 3 kilometers down the road. They had to walk 3 kilometers down the road. The narrator caught up with his father. Caught up means it is the past tense of catch up. It means to come from behind and reach someone in front of you by going faster. Father said, you are late. Here, father said that he was late. Would you like to rest for some time? Here, the father asked his son whether he would like to rest for some time. So, this is the first volume of the journey. We will meet again in the second part. Thank you all of.